Yeah, very, very good morning to everyone. So, in the previous class, we have discussed about the motion basics. What are the terminologies that is required for motion? We have seen, and even we have seen the measurement also. And in today's class, we'll go with force lesson. So, this force lesson is very, very interesting and very simple and very easy for us to understand. And this is the very base to know about the motion in detail very clearly. Suppose if any object is getting into motion, if we want to study how that object is getting into motion, what are the parameters of the things that are required, how to analyze that all those things can be studied very clearly if you know the basics of force. So that's what today we are going to start the force lesson. Okay. So before going to start our lesson, force, I have some questions to you people. So you people has to respond for that. So if I want to open this, what is this marker? So if I want to open this marker, what I have to do? I have to pull it. I have to pull it. It's not coming at all. See, I'm pulling it. It's not coming. Why? By one has to give it. What is force? Uh, what is force? Parthu, can you give it? Force is a force is a push or pull. Okay. Still, can anyone give it? Yeah. So let us take some examples where we are going to apply some force. For that, some examples let us see before going to know about the definition of the force. First of all, let us see some examples. This is the one of the best example where while we are going to open this cap of this marker, what we are going to do, we are going to apply like this. We are going to do Nana, what pulling we are going to do it. And if you want to close it, we are going to push it, isn't it? Suppose if you want to write on the notes, if I want to write on the board, what I have to do? I have to hold it, isn't it? I have to hold it in my fingertips, isn't it? So if I hold it in my finger, then only I can able to hold it properly and then I can write it, isn't it? Something else is holding it. Is it clear? And suppose if you want to carry something else in your hands to somewhere else, definitely you need to hold it, isn't it? If you want to lift something else from one place to another place, isn't it? So every place, whatever the actions that we are going to do it, actions means don't think, sir, movie actions are okay. Action in the sense in our physics, it's a work, right? So whatever the work that we are going to do in our day-to-day life situations, that will take it as what, Nana? Something else is going to be happening over there in terms of either pushing or either pulling. While we are going to open the door, what we are going to do it, either it will be going to be having the pulling or pushing depending upon the construction. Okay, always it is not, always it is need not to be pulling or pushing. Okay, so either any one of them will be going to be having a chance to open the door or close the door, isn't it? While we are going to write in your notes, while you are going to turning the papers, what will be going to happen? We are going to make it change the paper one by one. We are going to change it. So every place, since from the wake up to the going to the bed, every actions that we are going to do it, that will be having the involvement of pushing as well as pulling. Both may be going to exist at a time or different timings, isn't it? So the push or pull on any objects, we can consider it as what, Nana? Force. Whatever the object that may be, anything else that may be, if we are going to be making something else pushing or pulling, then we can say that there is existing some force. Okay, there are so many things that we can take out. Suppose if I take an example of what Nana table is there, right? So on this table, if I place what Nana a book or a block is there on this. Okay, if a person is going to be change its position from here to this point, so what he has to do, he should move it in this particular direction. See, while he is trying to move it in this particular direction, what he has to do, Nana, he has to pull it in this direction, isn't it? He is going to pulling it in this direction. Pushing means, see, we are going to get a confusion where the pulling and pushing will be going to get exist, isn't it? So pulling and pushing, these two terms will make us a lot of confusion. Pull in the sense we have to make it towards ourselves. Pushing in the sense we have to make that objects to move away from our place. Okay. See here what we are going to do. Here a person is there, right? Here this is a person, he is going to catch it. It is a thread, let us consider it is, he is trying to move it in this particular direction. And what he is doing here is trying to pull it. He is pulling it. He is carrying like this. Okay. He is going to pulling it like this. Right. Suppose if a person is there here, if a person is there here, okay, if he wants to move it in this particular direction, what he is doing here, it is coming now. Once check it. Yeah. See here, what he is doing here, he is going to push here. And here, what he is doing here, he is doing here pull. Okay. So the pushing or pulling of any object, the push or pull on any object is considered as what, Nana? Force. The pushing or pulling of any object is considered as force. It's a just a theoretical definition. Okay, it's a theoretically how we can give it, but mathematical expression was given by the scientist named called Sir Isaac Newton that we will discuss in while discussing about the Newton's laws of motion. See, in our physics, whatever we are going to discuss, definitely we have to see that each and everything in theoretical manner and as well as practically. Okay, right. So here, what is exactly the term called force, Nana? Force is push or pull on any object. Push or pull on any object is known as force. Is it clear? The push or pull on any object is known as what, Nana? Force. Now, is it there any different types of forces? That means the actions that works, whichever we are going to do doing, right? So will there exist any different kinds of forces? Let us see now. Okay, how many different kinds of forces that are going to be existing? Let us see one by one right now. Clear. Now here, have you played with the magnets? Before going to start about this types of forces, let us discuss about some examples. So from that examples, we can analyze what are the different types of forces. Okay. See, just now I have taken marker and I have opened it. So what I did here, I have opened like this, isn't it? And I have been closed it. Okay, right? Now, while we are going to making it open or close anything else, or by applying some push or pull on any objects, we are going to get force. So if I want to push anything else, definitely there should be contact, isn't it? So definitely there should be contact between the my hand and then that particular body. Okay, Akshayani, please get into mute, Nana. So there should be a contact between that two. So then only what will happens? It can be moved very easily. Now, if you take some more examples like magnet, have you played with magnet, right? Yes, you might have played with magnets very well, isn't it? So by taking that magnets, what we are going to do it, even though if the magnet and the magnetic substances means the substances or the materials which can attract very easily to the magnets are known as magnetic substances. Okay. Now here the magnet and magnetic substances both are going to be get attracted and there is no direct contact. Suppose if you have taken like this is a magnet if you consider, okay, this is having north pole and south pole. Here an object, if you are going to place it, some iron object or something else, whatever that may be, what is going to be happen, Nana? It will be going to get attracted towards its right. So this iron object is going to get attracted towards itself, isn't it? So here these two are not in contact, though what is going to be happening? It is being attracting to the magnet. Is it clear? So how it is possible? Definitely, if you want to shift, if you want to change anything else, what we have to do? Definitely, we should have some contact with that object. Then only it is capable of attracting it, or it is capable of shifting to some other place. But here there is no contact at all, though it is able to move, isn't it? So this is the one of the best example that we can take out for the when the bodies which are in non-contact also there will be existing some force. See here, what is trying to make it to pull towards itself, Nana? There should be existing some force, right? If you want to change any body position, definitely we need to apply some force. If you want to shift any body from one place to another place, we have to apply some force. So for that purpose, definitely we need to speak about pushing or pulling. Here, what is going to be happening? Here, pulling is going to be happening, isn't it? The magnet is going to pull towards its whatever the object that may be. So that's what it is being attracted towards itself. So even though they are not in direct contact, it is coming towards itself because of one particular force, that is non-contact type of force. And let us see some more examples for this which are not in contact also. Let us see some more examples. Suppose if you have taken that uh, CRT TVs will be there, right? Double TVs, black and white color TVs, or some other TVs will be going to having in our villages, isn't it? So while you are going to wear the silk cloth, and if you are going very closer to the TV when it is switched on, what will happen? It will be going to get attracted towards itself, isn't it? So while it is attracting towards itself, what is going to be happen? They are not in contact, though it will be going to get attracted very easily, isn't it? So here, what is going to be happening? The silk cloth and the screen both are not in contact. It is going to get attracted because of existence of some force. This particular force will be going to consider it as what, Nana? Electrostatic force. Okay. Now, suppose if you have taken here this, what is this, Nana? If you consider it as a book, if you consider it as a book, and if the book is placed on the bench, okay, the book is placed on the bench, it is not moving anywhere else. Why? If you apply some force only, it is capable of changing its what, Nana? Position. If you are not going to apply any pushing or pulling on it, what is going to be happening? It will be staying there itself only. Why? It is my question for you people. Can you give the answer? Why it is unable to move from this place? The book or anything else, whatever you placed on anywhere else, it won't be able to moving to any place. Why? What is the reason? Can you give it? Anyone one by one has to give the response. The process of okay, okay. Still anything else? Because of inertia. Yeah, okay, very good. Very good. Okay, very good. Yes. Okay, one more interesting question I had by seeing at this. If we stand at one particular place for a long time, okay, if we are going to stand at one particular place for a long time, why we are going to feel that our body is going to get completely strained or our legs are going to get pain, isn't it? So why this is being happening? Can anyone give it? Don't say, sir. Don't say, sir. It is because of gravitational force. How it is being existing over the gravitational force? Yes. Still now have not discussed about the gravitational force. Then see, if I take this, right, it's a marker, right? If I release it from this place, holding in my hands, if I release it, what is going to be happening? What is happening to it? It is falling down. Why it is falling down? What is gravitational force? Yes. If I release this marker from here, it is being falling down. Why it is being falling down? What is gravitational force? Okay, pulling force is called as gravitational force. Okay, can we call all the forces are gravitational forces? Every place pulling is existing. Can we call like that? Yes. Yes, Nana. Yeah, tell me. The force existing towards the earth is called as gravitational force. Okay, very good. Still, Babita, can you give the answer? The pulling force of earth is called as the gravitational force. Okay, still, that's it. Then, Amma, still, is there anything else to say? Okay, very good trial. Right. Okay. So here, forces are going to be divided into two categories. The examples, whichever we have seen right now, right? So these all the examples are going to be further categorized into two different categories. Please get into me, Pranam. Right. So they are taken as Akshay. Do you have any doubt? Then please get into me. Yeah. See the forces, whichever we are going to discuss, examples of forces, these all are divided into two categories. Okay. The first one is second. The first force is contact forces. Second one is non-contact non-contact forces or forces at a distance. Forces at a distance. Forces at a distance in the sense there will be somewhat distance between the two objects when there is existence of some force. Okay, so here contact forces are the forces which will be going to existing between the object and as well as the other object when they are in contact only. When the two objects are in contact, then there will be existence of what, Nana? Some particular force. Such type of forces are considered under contact type of forces. There are different contact type of forces. Let us see them. And non-contact forces are forces at a distance. Non-contact means there is no contact between the two objects. See, one more thing we need to be perfect. We need to be have a clarity that to exist force on any object, to exist force in the nature, definitely two objects should be there. Two things should be there. If the two things are not there, then the force we cannot identify, we cannot analyze the forces, isn't it? సో ఫోర్సెస్ ని అనలైజ్ చేయాలి, ఫోర్స్ గురించి స్టడీ చేయాలి అంటే ఖచ్చితంగా రెండు ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఉంటేనే పాసిబుల్. ఒక్క ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంటే మనకు ఫోర్స్ అనేది పాసిబిలిటీ లేదు తీసుకోవడానికి. డెఫినెట్లీ వీ నీడ్ టు టేక్ అవుట్ టూ ఫోర్సెస్, then only it is possible to study about it. Let us see them how. Suppose if I want to write it on the board, if I want to erase it, what I have to do? Definitely my hands and then the duster, I have to take it. Marker and my hand both should be in contact. Here, these two are the different objects, isn't it? అవి రెండు కూడా డిఫరెంట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్. అవి రెండు కాంటాక్ట్ లోకి వచ్చినప్పుడు మాత్రమే మనకి ఏమవుతుంది, we can apply the force, isn't it? సో చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఈ పాయింట్, మనం చాలా మర్చిపోతుంటాం. To exist the force in the nature, definitely it should be in the form of two objects. Two objects ఖచ్చితంగా ఉంటేనే it is possible. Okay, now let us see some examples for the contact and non-contact type of forces. Okay, so force is what, Nana? Push or pull on any object. Okay, and this force is categorized depending upon the nature, how they are in, as two categories. First one is contact type of forces, and the second one is non-contact force or what, Nana? Distant forces. Forces at a distance. Okay. Now let us go with some more examples for this contact and non-contact forces. The first force is what, Nana? Contact force, contact forces. So under this contact forces, we can consider there are different examples. The first one is, we can take it as the normal force. The first one we can take it as what, Nana? Normal force. Next one, frictional force. Frictional force. Okay, so these two are mainly will be going to be having for the case of what, Nana? Frictional and normal forces are the examples for contact type of forces. Now I had a question that if I throw any object on the surface, if I place it anything else on the inclined surface, what will happen after a certain time? Yes, what will happen? Why it is stopping moving? What is friction then? Yes, opposing force. Okay, so here these two are the contact type of forces. Very good, you have said. What is frictional force? So here the normal force and frictional force are the two best examples that we can take out for the contact type of forces. Now let us see what is normal force and what is frictional force, and then after we'll enter into the non-contact forces. So here the normal force, here to study about this normal force, definitely the two forces whichever are going to be acting, or the objects whichever we are going to be considering, the two objects must and should have perpendicular to each other. That means the surfaces which they are in contact, they should exist perpendicularly. Then only it is possible. Normal in the sense in mathematics, Varnana, perpendicular, right? So here, whatever we are going to be considering, the objects whichever are placed, right? So if we are going to consider the two forces, or the two forces, whatever that may be, if the angle between them is 90 degrees, then one of the force is considered as what, Nana? Normal force. The force which acts as always perpendicular to the surface, also we can take it as the normal force. Let us see it, how it will be there. Okay. Now, if you have taken, this is a table. On this table, you are going to place a book or a block, right? Now here, what is going to be happening? In the previous class, we have to discuss more. We had to discuss one more thing, but we have forgotten that weight, right? So what do you mean by weight? What do you mean by weight? Can anybody say it? Weight and the mass of an object is called as weight. Sri Harshita, tell me. Mass of an object or a body, both are same only. Okay, still, Parthu, can you say that answer? Mass of an object is called as weight. Then what is the difference between mass and weight? Gunaswini, can you say the answer? Yes. Okay, very good. What about weight? Weight అంటే వెయిటే సార్ అంతేనా ఓకే వెరీ గుడ్ Bhavita, can you give the answer? Why? Hmm. Due to the gravitational force, the weight is going to get changes, but the mass is constant everywhere throughout the universe. Very good. Now, let me give the clarity. What is the difference between mass and weight? So here, mass and weight both are completely quite different of things. See here, weight and mass. So the mass is indicated with the letter what, Nana? M. Mass is indicated with the letter M, and weight is indicated with the letter W. So here, this mass is independent of independent of G. What is this G? Acceleration due to gravity. This will comes to know in the further classes. Don't get confused about this. Okay. So this G is independent. G is what, Anna? Acceleration due to gravity. Due to gravity. The object is going to get some acceleration due to some gravitational force. So that's what we'll be calling it as what, Anna? Acceleration due to gravity. Okay. So the mass is independent of acceleration due to gravity, and whereas the weight is depending upon the acceleration due to gravity. బెస్ట్ గా అర్థం చేసుకోవాలంటే, సపోజ్ మనకి ఒక పావు కేజీ షుగర్ తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి, రైట్? దాని యొక్క వెయిట్ మన అర్త్ పైన ఒక విధంగా ఉంటుంది. అదే పావు కేజీ షుగర్ ని తీసుకొని మూన్ పైకి వెళ్ళినా, లేదా మార్స్ పైకి వెళ్ళి వెయిట్ చేసినా, ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి పావు కేజీ వెయిట్ అక్కడ చూపించదు మనకు. ఇక్కడ ఉన్న 250 grams వెయిట్ అక్కడ చూపించదు మనకు. Why? Because there is a difference in the what, Nana? Acceleration due to gravity. The acceleration due to gravity g value అనేది వేరియేషన్ ఉంటుంది. మన సర్ఫేస్ ఆఫ్ ఎర్త్ కి పైకి వెళ్తున్న కొద్దీ ఆ వాల్యూ అనేది తగ్గుతూ వెళ్ళిపోతుంటుంది అనమాట. సో because of that reason we are unable to get that both are equal. Okay, so here this w can be expressed as w is equals to what, Nana? M into g, mass into acceleration due to gravity. Mass into acceleration due to gravity. Okay, so this is about the differences between what, Nana? Weight as well as mass. Okay, now let us see here to discuss about this normal force. Here, if you place a block or a book on this table, what will happen? Always the weight of any object, whatever the object that may be in the universe, its weight will always acts towards the earth, not perpendicularly. It will act towards the surface of earth. మనకి ఏదైనా ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ తీసుకుంటే ఆ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ యొక్క బరువు అంటాం కదా, వెయిట్ అంటే బరువు అంటారు అన్న తెలుగులో. ఓకే, సో దట్ వెయిట్ ఈస్ ఆల్వేస్ యాక్టింగ్ టువర్డ్స్ ద డౌన్వర్డ్స్, towards earth it will act. So here what will be going to be happen to it? Its weight, the weight is going to be acting downwards direction. W is equals to mg will act downward direction. Now here, before going to see completely about this normal force, let us go with a few things about the frictional force. So frictional force is an opposing force of the objects when they are in motion, or if they are not in motion also there will be existing some frictional force. It is an opposing force. Simply remember it as frictional force is an opposing force on any body when there is existing some other force. Other force means we may be thinking that, sir, దీనిపైన మనం ఏం ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేయలే కదా సార్, నేను ఏం ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేయలే, then how there will be existing some frictional force, you will get a doubt. So to avoid that confusion, it is on only, Nana. Okay, okay, please get into mute, everyone. Thank you. Right. So here, the weight is going to be acting over there. That will take it as downward direction. And to oppose that perpendicularly, there will be existing some other force. That is what, Nana? Normal force. There we'll get it as what, Nana? Normal force. It will be going to be existing perpendicularly upward to the surface. So this is the normal force. See, this is the surface. So for this surface, it is existing perpendicularly. For the surface which is in contact, for that it is existing perpendicularly. So that's what we'll call it as what, a normal force. Okay. Now here, the frictional force is the opposing force of the motion of any body. What is it, Nana? Yes. Once leave from the class and rejoin again. Due to network issues, you may be not going to get the video. Okay, right. So here the frictional force is what, an opposing force. It's an opposing force. Okay, frictional force is an opposing force which we can discuss, which we'll discuss mostly in the further classes. See, there are so many advantages and disadvantages of this frictional force. This frictional force is going to help us to write it on the board, to walk on the surfaces very clearly. If there is a smooth polished surface, if you run, what will happen? We'll get skid down, isn't it? If there is a soapy water, what will do? If you walk on that, what will get? We'll be going to get skid down, isn't it? So everywhere else, the frictional force is needed to take whatever the food we are going to taking it inside, or tummy, inside our body also there will be existing some frictional force. If the frictional force is not there in intestines, what will happen? Whatever the food that we are taking here, that will come out as it is, isn't it? The intestines are going to be stop its flow, isn't it? If that stopping of the flow of movement of the food is not taking place, what will happen? The thing whichever we have taken, that will comes out as it is without any stopping, isn't it? So everywhere else there is existence of what, Nana? Frictional force. It is very, very important. Okay. Now let us see about the non-contact forces. Let us see about just briefly about the non-contact forces and their examples where we are going to see. Okay. Non-contact force. So here we can take out in this non-contact forces as the first one is what we can take out, Rana? And here in this contact force we can take out one more thing also, muscular force. I forgot that. Muscular force we can take out one more thing, that as MF. Let us take it as MF means muscular force. We are applying some muscular force, right, to write anything else or to hold anything else in our hand, isn't it? So if there is no muscular force, how we can do it? It's not possible. So muscular force also we can consider over there. And here coming to this non-contact forces, the first one just now we have seen. What is that? Magnetic force. By taking the magnets, they are going to get attracted towards itself if they are there is no contact also. Okay, so we can take it as a magnetic force, magnetic force, and then electrostatic force, electrostatic force, and then next gravitational force, gravitational force. So these three are very, very important for us in case of non-contact forces. Okay, so in the non-contact forces, these three are going to be seen. Magnetic force we have seen by taking some magnets, even though if they are not in contact, it will be going to get attracted. And there are so many applications based on this magnetic force. And coming to the electrostatic force means when if you consider the balloons or the TVs, whatever that may be, if they are brought very closer to the charged bodies, then due to the electricity there will be inducing of what not charges in the TV screen. So and the silk cloth also will be going to be having some charges. So when they are brought very closer, they will be going to get attracted very each other. Okay, and if you take a balloon and a comb, papers, piece of papers, these all those things will be going to see that all in further classes in some natural phenomenon. Okay, next gravitational force. Just now we have seen if I drop anything else from a certain height, it is going to fall down because of existence of the gravitational pull of the earth. Okay, the earth is pulling always the objects towards itself. So because of that reason, we are going to be getting this gravitational force. Okay, now let us see few more things other than this contact and non-contact forces. కాంటాక్ట్ అండ్ నాన్ కాంటాక్ట్ ఫోర్స్ కాకుండా ఇంకా రెండు ఉంటాయి. వాటి అవన్నీ కూడా ఈ రెండిట్లో మిక్స్ అయిపోయి ఉంటాయి. ఫోర్సెస్ అన్నిట్లో ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. లెట్ us see what are that. Okay, is it clear? Right. So let me erase this. Do you know tug of war game? Yes. Do you people know tug of war game? What do you mean by tug of war? Yes. Is anybody knows about the tug of war game? Sai Prerana, do you know it? What is it? Yes. Okay. You can express it in Telugu. No problem at all. ఒక తాడు పట్టుకొని ఇద్దరు లాగేస్తుంటారు అంతేనా అంటే గొడవ పడడం ఇండైరెక్ట్ గా ఓకే ఓకే ఈజ్ దట్ కరెక్ట్ సాయి వంశిని సాయి వంశిని ఆర్ యు దేర్ ఎస్ షీ హాస్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్డ్ అబౌట్ టగ్ ఆఫ్ వార్ తాడు పట్టుకొని లాగేయడానికి టగ్ ఆఫ్ వార్ అంటారు ఈజ్ దట్ కరెక్ట్ వాట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఇన్ టగ్ ఆఫ్ వార్ గేమ్ కెన్ యూ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ మీ అబౌట్ దట్ ఓకే యూ కెన్ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ ఇన్ తెలుగు నో ప్రాబ్లం వాళ్ళు ఓడిపోయినట్టు తాడు ఎవరైతే వదిలేస్తారో వాళ్ళు ఓడిపోయినట్టు ఓకే వెరీ గుడ్ ఎందుకు వదిలేస్తున్నారు వాళ్ళ తాడు కింద పడిపోతారు అంతేనా ఓకే వెరీ గుడ్ ఓకే నెక్స్ట్ సాయి ప్రేరణ సాయి ప్రేరణ ఆర్ యు దేర్ సాయి ప్రేరణ యా can you say that how the tug of war is going to be taking place? Will there exist only two persons? How many we can take? Akshayani, is it correct? Can we take two more, two persons or more than persons? Akshayani, we can take more number of persons on the two teams. If there are no equal members, also we can do it, right? Isn't it? Right. So here, if you see that this is the A team and this is the B team. Okay. Now here, these are the persons. They are holding a rope in their hands. Okay. This side, two persons are there, and then this side, let us take it. It is another team. Okay. So here at A team and at B team, there are different number of persons, right? Isn't it? If you observe very clearly, these persons are trying to make it what pull or push. What they are doing, they are going to pulling towards themselves, isn't it? And this A batch members are going to try to pull it towards themselves. So who will win? Who will win in this case? B group will be going to get win it, right? So here, if I add one more person here, if I add one more person here, right? So who will win? Who will be going to win? Yeah, why? Because it's a unpredictable thing. It depends upon the strength of the persons. Yeah, very good. We can't say it, isn't it? We can't say that who will win. It is a probability. In mathematics, we'll be calling it as a probability, right? So winning chances can be identified, can be predicted by using the probability. Okay. Now let us keep that probability aside. Now let us come to this. Here, suppose if these persons and these persons both are having the equal amount of strength, then what will happen? If they are applying same amount of force on the both sides, so the total force which is applied in this direction is, if you take it as Fa, and in this direction if you take it as Fb, if Fa is equals to Fb, what will happen? It will be tie break, means there is no movement of the anything else, means it will be going to get stays at rest, isn't it? Rope will be going to get stays at rest, and in that tension will be going to existing. One more thing I forgot, that in contact force will be taking one more force, that is tensional force. Okay, we'll discuss that also. Okay, so here there will be existency of what, Nana? Balancing, isn't it? So both the teams are having the equal amount of energies and equal amount of forces they are going to be applying, so that this rope is in balanced state. It is not at all moving, isn't it? Isn't it? Right? Now, if we see that while you are going to playing in park, that what we can say, seesaw, yes. On that seesaw, if the two persons are sitting on the either sides, if the both persons' weights are equal, then only the seesaw will be existing in a straight line, isn't it? Otherwise, that will be going to moving up or down like this, isn't it? So there, what is going to be happening? We have to make the balancing of it very clearly. And while we are going to get something else from the stores, kirana stores, weighings, in simple balance, we will be going to having on one side what, weighing pans, and on the other side we'll be going to using the our goods or the things whichever we need to take, isn't it? If both of them are going to be existing at the same level, then we'll taking out that. If the weighing pans are somewhat down, we'll ask them and we'll order them. Yes, it's not balanced, give some more thing in that, we'll be asking, isn't it? So here what is going to be happening? The balancing of the forces, the balancing of the things is going to take place, isn't it? So whenever, if we are going to be seeing that some forces are acting on a particular body, see which body, on which body we are going to, these members are going to be applying force. They are applying some force on what? Thread or this rope, isn't it? So here this side three members are there, on this side three members are there. This total six members are going to be applying different types of forces, different, not different types of different levels of forces. Why? Because this person may be going to be having some other energy, he can apply some force. If the other person is having more strength, more energy, then he will apply more amount of force, isn't it? So like that, so the different forces are going to be acting on this rope. Even though if there is existency of the more number of forces, if the objects are not changing their original positions, then such type of forces are considered as what, Nana? Balanced forces. What do you mean by that? Balanced forces. Have you understood it, Nana? Balance ante sir, మన మొబైల్ వేసుకునే బ్యాలెన్స్ అనడం అనుకోండి మళ్ళీ. Don't get confused between that and this. Okay, balancing means making it equal. On the either side here, the both forces are existing equal, so that's what it is being getting balanced. Okay, now unbalanced means, even though if the total forces are going to be acting on this, if the, if there is existing something else being changing their positions, if there is some effect of force, then we'll call it as what, Nana? Unbalanced forces. Okay, balanced forces, unbalanced forces. Please get into mute. Balanced forces and unbalanced forces. So these two are very very important, and as well as net force also. Net force also will be discussing. Okay, so net force in the sense, the total force whichever is going to be acting on a particular body is taken as what, Nana? Net force. ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ పైన ఎన్ని నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఫోర్సెస్ యాక్ట్ అవుతుంటాయో వాటన్నిటిని కలిపి నెట్ ఫోర్స్ గా తీసుకుంటాం మనం. Okay, net force, balanced force, unbalanced force. Okay, is it clear to everyone? We have forgot one more topic, that is tension. Tension is a one type of what Nana? Contact force. సో సార్ టెన్షన్ మీన్స్ మనం టెన్షన్ పడుతుంటాం కదా సార్, దేని గురించి అయినా సరే అదే నా టెన్షన్ అంటే, isn't it? Is that the tension which will feel something else tensed sometimes? Yes, అదేనా టెన్షన్ ఫోర్స్ అంటే? ఎస్ నానా? Hello, is there anybody else? Can you give the response? No? Okay, very good. So here the tensional force is the force. Please get into mute. So the tensional force is a force which is going to be existing between the two bodies when they are in contact in the form of rope or thread, bar, or by means of a string. So in these all the cases, it will be going to existing over there. That forces are called as what, Nana? Tensional forces. Now let us see some examples for the tensional forces. Suppose if this is a rope roof. Okay, now for this roof, if you are going to be hanging, it's a block. Okay, here the force which is going to be existing towards vertically upwards to make it hold, to hold that block vertically upward like this, like as our ceiling fan. Definitely there should exist some tensional force in this rope. If there is no tensional force, then we cannot say that it is in balanced state, it will be going to get folded, isn't it? If the tensional force is exhausted, if it is exhausted, then what will happen? It will be going to get fell down. అందుకనే మనం అప్పుడప్పుడు ఏదైనా తాడుతో కట్టేసి ఇలా వేలాడదీసినప్పుడు కొంత సమయం తర్వాత అవి కింద పడిపోతాయి ఆటోమేటిక్ గా, తాడు తెగిపోయి, isn't it? So that is happening because of what, Nana? The weight balance is going to be get increases. See here, the downward weight will be going to get increases a lot, right? Downwards, the W is equals to mg will be going to be happening, existing, right? So if T is less than, if T is less than W, then what will happen? This block will fall down, isn't it? టెన్షన్ కంటే వెయిట్ అనేది ఎక్కువగా ఉంటే మనకి ఏమవుతుంది, ఆ బ్లాక్ అనేది కింద పడిపోతుంది మొత్తం కూడా. Is it clear? Right. So now let us revise. Then it will be staying there itself only. It won't be going to get fell down. Okay. Then also it will be going to existing there itself only. If there is anything else to make it pull upward, it will move up. Okay. Right. So now, yes, Nana. Yeah. Now is it clear, right? Yeah. Okay. See here. Now let us revise the things whatever we have seen till now. So what we have discussed, Nana, we have seen about some examples of forces which are we are seeing in our generally day-to-day life situations, and the force is the push or pull on any objects is known as force. Pushing or pulling on any object is known as force. To exist force, definitely there should exist two objects. Okay, and the forces are divided into different categories based on the nature of the contact, as contact force, and the second one is non-contact force. Contact forces are the forces which will be existing when the two objects are in contact. There are so many examples for the contact forces. First one is normal force, frictional force, muscular force, and tension. So these are the four forces which we can take out for the examples of contact forces. Next, coming to the non-contact forces. So here the forces which are going to be existing between the two bodies when they are in non-contact, when they are not in contact, such type of forces are called as non-contact forces or the forces at a distance. The forces at a distance also we'll call it. And we have seen one more thing. Sorry, before that, types of what non-contact forces: magnetic force, electrostatic force, gravitational force. So these three forces we have seen mainly. Okay, and then we have seen about the differences between mass and weight. Mass is independent of acceleration due to gravity, and weight is depending upon the acceleration due to gravity. That is, W is equals to m into g, and whereas mass is independent of the g. And then after we have seen this balanced and unbalanced forces. Balanced and unbalanced forces. So whenever, if more number of forces are existing on a particular body, due to this all number of forces, if the body is in stable state, if there is no movement in that body, then we'll call that all the forces are balanced. Suppose if there are more number of forces are applied on a body, and due to that, if there is a change in the position of that body, or if there is something else is going to be happening to that body, then we can say that objects are having what unbalanced forces on them. And next one is resultant force or net force. Net force or resultant force, in the sense, if we are going to say that the total number of forces are acting on a particular body, due to this all the forces, if there is existence of one particular force in one particular direction or in one particular place, then such forces are considered as the resultant force or the net forces. Is it clear to everyone, right? Yes. So this is the one which we have discussed in today's class regarding the forces. In the tomorrow's class, we will discuss about what are the different types of forces, sorry, motions that will be going to taking over there, and why we need to correlate this force to study about the motion. These are all the things we will discuss in the next class. Okay. So if you people are having any queries or any doubts, you people can ask. So then we'll discuss them. Yes, if anybody is having the doubt, people can ask. Equation of anything else, right? Yes. So here, mathematical expression in the sense. See, speed is equals to what, Nana? The ratio of the distance to the time. Okay, distance by time. Distance by time. Okay, so the speed can be written as v. V is equals to distance is what, Nana? You can take it as S by T. So this is the mathematical expression. సార్ మ్యాథమెటికల్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ అంటే ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం వాల్యూస్ యూజ్ చేయట్లేదు సార్, మన మల్టిప్లికేషన్స్ టేబుల్స్ అవన్నీ యూజ్ చేయట్లేదు, అయినా దీన్ని మ్యాథమెటికల్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఎలా అంటారు అని డౌట్ వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ we can take out any different values in place of v, s, t, whatever that may be, to calculate in the form of an equation. Okay, so it is called as a mathematical expression. Okay. Yes, yes. Tell me something else you would like to ask. Okay, right. Kaushal, is it clear? Chaitrika, Sai Prerana, Sai Prerana, are you there? Yes, is it clear to you? Yeah, Pranav Sriram, Sai Vamshini, Manaswini, yeah, Parthu Sarathi, T Manaswini, Bhavita, Sudindra, Veeraja, Akshayani. Okay, then we'll see you in the tomorrow's class. Uh, Today I will send you some more assignment to people based on this whatever I have discussed today. So just write them and upload it as soon as possible. So please don't make it delay. Okay, right? Thank you all. Have a nice day.